this video, we're going to see how you can filter Joomla articles in the back end of your Joomla site by multiple categories. Hey there, Joomla fans. Tim Davis here. I'm a Joomla fan too. Thanks for tuning in to Maintenance Monday number 154 here on the Basic Joomla Tutorials YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in and your support of this channel. This video is brought to you by MySites.guru. Head on over to MySites.guru for a free site audit for your Joomla site or WordPress site if somehow you ended up here in your WordPress user. And check out all the things that you can do to help manage one site or multiple sites on MySites.guru. And if you decide to subscribe, use the coupon code BASICJOOMLA and you'll get your first month free. All right, everybody, let's turn attention to the screen. And of course, we'll be chatting later on. If you're watching this live, say hi in chat. Give the video a like. All right, so how did I come across this? Maybe a lot of you know this, but it seems to me in the past that when you were in the articles management page in your admin area of Joomla, here we are, and you went to filter by by a category, you would go in here and you would select a category. Now, I don't know if this was just a drop down or used to be, but what you would do is you would say click uncategorized, and then of course next would happen, you would only see articles that are uncategorized. What I did not know that you can do, and this is pretty cool, and I discovered it by accident, so again, maybe those people knew it, you can select another category by which to filter your articles if you're looking to see what you've got. This could be really handy if you wanted to move a bunch of articles from one category to another and didn't want to keep switching back and forth. Anyways, I'll show you what I mean. Look at that, I've got the wrong glasses on. All right, so I've already selected uncategorized. Now let's select another category. Let's just do the next one, giveaways. So I click on that. I've selected the filter by two categories, and now here we are. There's an article, category, uncategorized. There's one in giveaways, past giveaways, giveaways, past giveaways. There's a bunch here. Now, remember, if you ever want to only see what's in a specific category and not in its subcategories, you go to select max levels and just select one. Or two if you want to see one level of subdirectories. Now, what we see here is uncategorized, uncategorized, all the way down, but I do know that somewhere there's one here, giveaways. And that's really cool. So I stumbled across that the other day and I thought, well, that's something I'm going to pass along as a tip for while you're working on your Joomla sites and maintaining them. And I mentioned about if you're going to move things from one category to another, you could actually, at this point, look down here, say everything's uncategorized, and there's the giveaway, so I'll select that one there, and then you would go up to your batch, and you could move it to another category or move it out. It just works really, really cool. So I thought that was kind of handy. That's the tip for today. We're still going to chat, but pretty cool. You can filter the Joomla articles in your article manager in Joomla by more than one category, and I hope that proves handy for you, and I'm sure it will prove handy for me at some point down the road. So that's it for today. We are going to chat. We're going to maybe look at some other things, but if you're just here for that, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your support of this channel, and if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the channel. Ring the bell so you get notifications of new live streams and things happening on the channel. And until the next time, if you're leaving now, enjoy your Joomla sites and God bless. And hello to everyone who is staying around. I'm glad you're here. I've got my cheese. So let's talk about how your weekend is. What's going on? What projects do you have that you're working on? I was just checking that works on the other fields in the back end there too. You can select multiple groups, multiple authors. Isn't that crazy? I didn't notice that. See, I think it used to be like this. Select the language. It used to just be a one-time drop-down, so you can only select one here. I don't know when this changed, but I think it's great. All right, let's clear all this stuff up. Ivor says he's working on a Prestashop site. Cool. Bjorn, and hello Ivor. Hello Bjorn. Bjorn would like an extension that you could put articles in several categories. I know there's an extension already, but it's not the best. Yeah. And I think one of the things that you can do, definitely, is even though you can't have things in multiple categories, tags is a great way to do that. And a good extension with a combination of category and tags will allow you to be very specific about what people see. In fact, let's take a just quick look at that. Remember last week we were looking at Minitech Wall on Watch Me Work live stream. So if we go into there to our existing widget as an example, and I think we went to data source, which is Joomla. So for the wall, we selected anything that was in giveaways, but you could also select things that belong to certain tags, like gantry tutorials. Now, it's nice here because we have the, it's nice here because we haven't we have the option of exclusive. So this would be show things that aren't in the category giveaways, or inclusive, show things that are only in the category giveaways. And with the exclusive down here in tag filtering, you could say, I want to see everything that's in giveaways, but not any of the articles that are gantry tutorials. Or if you had, if you wanted to display display articles in multiple that you can't put in multiple categories, you would then say, well, I want to see everything that's in giveaway. You would take out this and just use the tags. Show me everything that's a gantry tutorial, a Kiva backup tutorial, and error message tutorials. Now those articles might be across multiple categories, but they're all tagged the same. And in this way, the page would show exactly the articles that you want on the wall. William is just writing some marketing materials for his rebranding. Cool. Cool, you're rebranding. Mary says you haven't been getting email notifications. Yes, that's probably, Mary, because I create these so late. You don't get the notifications. You don't get notifications if I create the live stream within minutes, or maybe sometimes hours of going live. So something I realized, and actually, so for instance, Wednesday's Watch Me Work live stream, I'm going to be working on new templates for my newsletter in ACY Mailing 6. So I have an ACY Mailing 5 site, and something went goofy in the template or the formatting, and it's time to switch to 6. I'm having a hard time installing it, but I'm hoping when I check later on today, the support will be in and I get it installed and everything working. I have a topic for Wednesday already, and I want to get it out so people get notifications. So, okay, and Bredsy says that was a good tip. I think you were talking about tags here. Yeah, so let's do this here also. Let's go close. We go to menus, and we'll just go to the main menu here. So right now on the home page, everything is set to show articles that are featured. But let's see, let's check filtering custom field conditions. Oh, this is something different. I better not do that in here. Let's do something in core, no secrets here. It's time for me to reset that basic Joomla site. All right, so let's go menus, main menu, home. All right, so we have our options. Let's see here. Oh, actually, maybe it's only showing us featured articles. That's the type there. Let's just go through here. Lead articles. Da, 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 da. Maybe this was not a good example. No. Integration, no. Let's try something else here. Let's close this and go to, oh, let's just change that home link to something else. Let's go to details. Let's change it to category. Let's go articles, category blog. I think this might give us the options. Oh yeah, okay, so here's another example. So you could create a category blog. You could always set this as your home page too. Just set it with as the default link in your menu link. We choose a category. So in this case, we would want everything in blog. And then down here, you would say, oh, but you also want to see in blog, but only the ones that have tags. Now, this would not show things across multiple categories, though. It would only restrict it further than that. So that doesn't work. So something like Minitech Wall is going to be a way that you want to go. Let's just try another type here. Let's go down to tags. Compact list of tagged items. Oh, okay, here you go. You could show and select the number of tags. There are none on this site, but you could select the number of tags that you want to show in this list. You would show only article types. And so then you would have things grouped across multiple categories joined by the tag. So that would be another way to do it. The one thing I find about the tags in the tag layout pages in Joomla is that they need template overrides because they're not always the most attractive. But like we saw last week, Minitech Wall is really awesome for displaying things. And but there's a way in the core that you could display articles across multiple categories as long as they have different tags. All right. We're talking about Minitech Wall. Just let me show you. Where's the site that I have the pro version? I only have the pro version installed on one client site, so I don't want to log into that. I probably could without showing anything. No, maybe I won't. I won't, just in case. And then last week, I accidentally showed my download ID for Minitech Wall on the live stream, so I had to contact the developer and say, oh, I accidentally showed that. Will you give me a new one? And I did get a new one. Hey, as far as news here at Cybersalt World Headquarters, that's the one we want here. Mark DeChevre has one for tags. Oh, cool. I'll have to check that out and override. Mark DeChevre has one? Or does... okay. Or does... I was thinking that who's the king of overrides is Daniel Dubois. Mark is the king of custom fields. Yeah, Daniel's got an override for that. Anyways, yeah, so Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I had incredibly productive days here in the office, and going to have another one today. I cleared off a bunch of stuff from my desk, and it's not by going into the box on the floor where I slowly hope to take things out, but did a whole bunch of catching up on some things. Today is the last day of the month, so I have a couple of quick projects I want to finish up. One is a video I have to make for my clients for the tool that user back tool where they can draw on the screen and send me comments. I want to have that together. Proposal that's overdue for someone for me to manage their site. But I'll tell you, my headspace has just been great for the last 2 or 3 days getting stuff done, and I'm enjoying it. So I think I kind of got myself in a bit of a rut there. I've actually even been working my way through some of the paper clips every day. So anyways, yeah, so my desk is much cleaner. I've done some catch up in some of my banking and accounting and setting up for things, switching over automatic payments from one credit card to another. It was very, very nice. Oh, okie dokie. So William, you're rebranding. Are you doing a whole new look for your site? Are you taking a whole new approach to your business, or adding some things, or whatnot. And Ivor working on a Prestashop site. Ivor, is it one of yours? Is it a client's? I know. And Mary, Mary, you were going to. You've picked up a client and you were doing their site management or design thing that you're going to learn. You mentioned it last week. The name has escaped me, but I think that's interesting because there's so much stuff out there, and I think given the economic climate, and also what I said months ago about not having all your eggs in one basket, it's good to be able to work at some other things. William's doing a new look. New name, cool. And adding services. Ivor's working on a site for a client. Yeah, I think. I think a lot of us that are probably. What tier am I for web development? I would think of myself probably still as in. I guess it depends on how you define the tiers. I would probably think I'm maybe upper lower tier. And I would say that because I don't do programming, but I can find where I can get programming done. I can edit some things. I'm pretty good at finding solutions for people with what's existing, but as far as custom stuff, and probably as far as impression stuff like that, I don't see any multi-million-dollar multinational companies calling me up to do stuff. So, anyways, yeah. So there's lots of us. There's lots of stuff there. I think this, as long as you can find clients that are rewarding and projects that are good to work on, and once you get to the point where you can spot what's not going to work, then you can be really efficient in your time. But then, of course, we can only make so much money because we only have so much time and so many resources. So I think that these are things that anyway, so my point being, if someone comes along and says, hey, I have a website in Prestashop, can you help me? Instead of saying, oh, I've never used Prestashop, I would say to them, can you send me the login? I'll just check in and see what's going on. Go in and look and see if it's something that you're comfortable figuring out, and especially if you can solve their initial problem. And if you can, and it looks like something, then you may just end up into a gig. Of course, if you have time for that and you have the brain, I don't mean brain power, the brain reserve to take on a new product that, because learning new stuff really is CPU intensive on the brain. So Mary hasn't done it yet. Nice pages this week for certain. Oh, and the client is about 6 months out. 6 months before you get them as a client. Or 6 months since they've started working on their sites. Now, Ivor has only certain IP addresses allowed to see it. Yeah, that's cool, Ivor. No worries. Ivor says he has time, but the brain he's not sure about. Yeah, I hear you. But like I said, the whole catching up on some of the stuff that I was behind, just little fiddly things. It's like, oh, I need to email so-and-so. Oh, I need to do this. And it goes on for too long. And those just act as, I think, blockers to mind flow. So I even noticed that I was a lot more relaxed hanging out and playing with my grandson too, having accomplished quite a few things. So I felt pretty good about that. So yeah. A lot of the stuff that we end up working on in different projects, I would say Prestashop, although I think it's been a long time since I've been in one, if I ever have. The concepts are very much the same, right? How you do it is different, but it's like, oh, how do I change this? How do you change a menu link? Well, where are the menus in the system? How do they create them? Once you find it, go and how do I get into the properties? Oh, where are the properties? Oh, okay, how do you open up a new page when someone clicks on this? Oh, and here's these common things. We'll start to notice that some things are missing and other things are maybe there that we think, oh, that's a cool feature. I wish another product had that. Anyways, we get working away, and so don't underestimate the power of your experience to delve into something else, because adding content involves not only cutting and pasting and formatting, but there's a lot of other things, how you would lay things out. There's a lot of stuff that transfers from one software system to another software system to another one, and you'll be able to make good changes for people. I'm about to sneeze. All right, there we go. I'm back. I sneezed and I knew I had no hanky here, but I spied one across the room. Yes, same but different. That's right, Ivor. Bjorn says he's never seen a challenge to be too big. All right, that's positive attitude. It's like, hey, just get yourself right in there. I think I told you guys a story of 10 years ago. Someone asked me if I could, if someone asked me, they had PowerPoint presentations and they wanted, so 10 years ago, like I'm talking about 2010, maybe 2011, they had PowerPoint presentations that they wanted to have online, but only available to people who had paid to watch them. And they had been to a number of people, had actually flown to a place to see if someone could do something. And anyway, somehow I ended up getting recommended. And in the, anyways, I met with them and I said to them, I said, well, I said, I don't see why it shouldn't be possible. And so I got in my car to leave their place. And I remember driving away thinking, I wonder if I'm going to be able to do this. And it turned out that there was a plugin that worked with SlideBoom, which was the program that you could upload PowerPoints to and buy an account. And I just put those links on a page that was restricted to having to be logged in Joomla. And of course you had to buy a membership or pay to be on, and it worked. So, and then I ended up doing like 9 years of work for that client. I'm actually just on the verge of not doing anything else more for them because they moved to another company to do their web page. And they also are looking for somewhere for hosting. I'm just going to not answer that phone call. But that was good 9 years. So, and of course, it was 9 years because I was able to figure out how to do it. Back then, if I couldn't have figured out how to do it and couldn't find another solution, I probably would have just told them I thought I could. Well, I probably would have been super stressed back then. Now, I would probably just say, I thought I could do this, but I can't. I'm very sorry for wasting your time, and there's no charge. So, but I put a lot more. I don't know. Not being able to do something, especially in this time that we live in, where there's so much to be able to do. If there's something that you can't do, nothing wrong with that, because you can do other things. And if you tell someone that, sorry, I don't know how to do that, and they judge you a certain way or treat you a certain way or think a certain way, whatevs. I mean, that's the way that it goes. Mary says she'll be taking over this client in about 6 months, so we have time to get up to speed. The current provider, is retiring. Oh, okay. Well, that's nice. That's a nice transition. Yeah, because then you could talk to them or get the lay of the land. But that's really good. Good. I picked up 2 WordPress sites at the end of last year. From someone that was not going to do web design anymore and was getting a counseling degree. And she had started a sort of a web business with her sister, but her sister had, I think, 3 or 4 kids and was very busy. So they learned about me through a contact at my church, and I met with them and talked with them. And I think there were had 6 sites. Of the 6 sites, one I've done a lot of work on, and one is that one I just need to update my proposal on. Bjorn's thinking about doing you're doing your geology online with custom fields. You don't like the online sites that offer this. So, Bjorn, you're thinking about like a way for you to display your genealogy and how it would display, or the actual researching of the genealogy, which I think would be, the display. Okay, yeah, cool. There's certainly a lot of people doing that. I did that. I don't know. Type in chat if I'm boring you with all this personal stuff. But my aunt, a couple of years ago, it'd be about 2 years ago, maybe. I'd have to check. I helped her out with some computer stuff remotely. And as a thank you, she thought that she said, "Oh, could I buy you an ancestry DNA kit test? Because I'd love to have, I'd be really interested to see you get tested." The reason being is that my mom and dad divorced when I was 8 years old. My natural father is I'm estranged from him. But I didn't learn until I was in my 30s, so until I was like 30, that he was adopted. So I took the DNA test out of curiosity, not to try to find myself, because I love my family. My mom married my dad, who's really my stepdad, when I was 10. And he's my dad. So so I was really blessed in that way, that I didn't grow up without a dad, and I didn't grow up longing like, who are my ancestors or who are my blood relatives. It just wasn't a thing for me. And there's nothing wrong when that's a thing for people. I'm just saying it wasn't a thing for me. So I was kind of curious, and so got the DNA tested, and lo and behold, there I have on this mysterious side, because I still have not been able to determine who my natural father's mother and father were. I've probably said their name or read their name, but I just can't figure it out on the ancestry site yet. But all of a sudden, hundreds of blood relatives, many of them in the States, that I have. That I am in the genealogy of. I wouldn't even say that I'm related to them, obviously, but I don't know them, and I don't have this pining desire like, I go and find them. The other thing too is that when I was doing that, when I started contacting people who were matches not on my mother's side, I realized, oh my goodness, I'm part of a surprise when I talk to these people, maybe, unless everybody knew what had happened, that a baby was born and put up for adoption. But I thought, so I can't just go barging in there, because as much as it's not a big deal for me, it was more like one of those Netflix mysteries, mystery documentaries for me. For them, it might be something much more personal. So anyway, but I did find that if I wanted to print up a tree, there wasn't a really cool way to print it up. Now, my wife's family has their genealogy done. Her sister did it, and the old school way, back before the internet, and they have a huge sheet that goes up on a wall of their tree, going back and spread all over and up. It's pretty impressive. Wider than you would ever be able to format it. Ivor says he's done genealogy stuff on and off for the last 3 years. All right, let's check out webtrees.net that you showed here. The web's leading online collaborative genealogy application. Free and open source. Open source software, which means it's constantly improved. Okay, that means totally free. All you need to use it is a website with PHP and MySQL. It works through standard GEDCOM files, so I think that's when you download a family tree information from like Ancestry, I think, and it's compatible with every major desktop application. It aims to be efficient and effective by using the right combinations of... I'm reading this, but I don't have it on the screen. Aims to be efficient and effective by using the right combination of third-party tools, design techniques, and open standards. And here's a demo. Let's go to the gallery. Oh, and some themes that they have. Okay, you have to log in. So this is, oh, this is obviously someone's family. Okay, they've done one. The Stewart and Scahan families. So someone's putting their own stuff in there. Okay. Let's go to a different demo. Live demo. This is the WebTrees demo server. WebTrees, all right, individuals, males, earliest birth. Augustus the Younger, Duke of Lunenburg, 1579. We check this out. There's his information, his wife, their son, descendants. Okay, Ferdinand Albert. And you can work your way right down. Here we got the 1806, 1844. Keep going till it ends. Oh, there you go. No children, no children. And that's that. No children, no children, no children. So the line ends to that person. So maybe one of the things, and again, is that would be some kind of bridge or some kind of Joomla tool that accesses this and displays the information in a Joomla site, if that was productive. This might be a little too niche though for something in Joomla. Especially down here at the bottom. This tree is being viewed 6 times. That's just the demo, but not a lot happening. And is it mobile friendly? It's mobile friendly in that the menu is wrapping. Let's see here. Yeah, so it wraps. So you would say that, oh, look at that, page being viewed 84 times. Oh, there is a Joomla tool for it. Oh, okay. WebTrees Joomla. Let's see. WebTrees Joomla. WebTrees for Joomla. Oh, you said not this extension. Yeah, it looks like there's just a discussion happening there. Feature requests. Okay, it's just a discussion. All right. Extension.joomla.org genealogy. Extension.joomla.org. Genealogy. Did I spell it? Helps if I write it. Genealogy. Genial. There's only one. Sim Genealogy, full feature genealogy family tree extension. Last updated in 2017. Bootstrap enabled, displays mobile devices, supports GEDCOM import and export. And let's go to download. simbunch.com. Still selling. See what their product, Sim Genealogy. Only genealogy product that displays family trees in a complete, meaningful, and easily understandable chart. Integrates with Community Builder, Easy Social, Jom Wall. Let's go to the demo here. Latest family trees. All right, let's do this Caesar one here. Loading family tree. Oh, here we are. I have to scroll down. Okay. And then I can drag. Okay. Well, this is nice. Caesar. You can go. And you can click on these. It looks like someone's done them for dog here. Maybe it's just a picture they picked. Okay. Well, that is kind of nice. If you want to follow, one of the things about family tree programs is they can only show so many. They can only show so many levels of the family tree. You start to go back, so everybody has 2 biological parents, which means they have 4 biological grandparents, which means they have 16. Each of those 4 have 2. So each one, this is here I am doing math. 2 is the 4. Then they have 8 great grandparents, which means 16 great great grandparents. 32. Anyways, like after 7 generations, there's thousands. You have thousands of ancestors, each of which had to make babies for you to be born. Ivor says you can export to HTML in most of the genealogy programs, and he uses Legacy. So if you start to go back, it starts. You can't have 2,000 and what it would be 48 or whatever it is, a certain level, all showing across in here. And very hard to go up. So I know in Ancestry you get to see only so many levels, then you go down, and so something like this would be nice to be able to just float up. But obviously this is a massive thing here. There's the bottom of it. It gets pretty wide somewhere. Style, straight. Here's a straight style. Yeah, okay, straight. Bezier. I thought that was a curve. Oh, it is a curve. Okay. Yeah, it's not easy, but yeah, you're wrapping your head around it. Yeah, so it could be a fun project. You got to ask yourself how much money there is in it. But even the projects we're working on that maybe don't become as fully accepted or killer as we anticipate, give us ideas along the way and give us skills that we can use in other projects. Oh man, I think I told you back in, let's see, I went full time in this at in 2017. Yes, it's coming up on 3 years at the end of October. So early in 2018, I had a killer idea that I thought was just going to make me millions, and sank, oh man, a whole month and a half of stuff, a couple of months into it. In fact, to the point where I was not working on stuff that paid because I was working on this other stuff, and got it working, and asked some people in a group. It was a tool for YouTube. I asked some people in the group to say, hey, I've got this. I asked one guy that I knew that did videos on how to do YouTube, and I said, hey, you want to check out and test this tool? Because I figured he would promote it to everybody when he loved it so much. And he says, oh, that's a lot like this tool. And he showed me something that did not only what mine did, but did a couple of other things too. So that was the last time I allowed myself to go totally gaga over one of my ideas, thinking that it was the thing that was going to make me enough money to buy PayPal. Anyway, so but I did learn some skills out of that. I learned some valuable things, but I don't have a lot. I'm at the point now where I don't have time. I'm on the treadmill, or I'm in the hamster wheel. I got to keep things going to keep the lights on while I have these ideas and see what comes along. I've not given up that there might be something big someday that really takes off huge, but I'm happy and grateful for what I have right now. So, all right. Well, we haven't done for a while is let's go here. Let's go chat on the right. We haven't gone to the Joomla Extensions Facebook page for a while. Let me pop over there. See more. See Joomla Extensions. Yeah, there it is there. Okay, right screen capture. All right, so Joomla CK, Cedric promoting his slideshow CK. That's a really nice slideshow. I've used it for years. Probably would now use Slider 3, I forget what it is, for showing slides now, but any good extension that integrate Joomla login using Google account integration. JFBC is good and integrates with many things, Ian says. Yeah, JFBC from Source Coast is really good for setting up your social media stuff. This person is looking for an extension that would allow users of the site to transfer money to other users, a digital wallet system similar to PayPal. There's someone who says, I can design this feature for you. Okay, take it to the conversation. AA contacts, we've seen that. Panorama, yeah. There's a cute pun. I read that the other day. Doctor and programmer love the same girl. Doctor used to give her a rose daily. The programmer used to give the girl an apple. Girl got confused and asked, there's a meaning of giving a rose. Why are you giving apple? Because an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Womp womp. Best help desk support ticket extension. Need to get a reply to that. I use RS forms. Oh, and what's your opinion from Help Desk Pro from Joom Donation? Any extensions capable to chat with payments? So I'm looking for extension that every time to use chat they need to pay first before using the chat. Yeah, and there's Yannick Berges says install a chat like Crisp and set group access after install a membership component. Yeah, that's what came to my mind, was set up a chat system but make it behind a paywall on your Joomla site. Which is what I did basically with the when I'm talking about the PowerPoint problem or need that client had 9 years ago. There was no pay for membership in order to see this PowerPoint online feature with the site that was hosting the PowerPoints. But all you had to do was hide the link to those PowerPoints in behind a Joomla membership. And if I remember right, I think there may be an option to restrict the playback of the PowerPoints only to certain domains. I know that Vimeo has that. Vimeo is much better. If you want to control access to videos through membership, put them on Vimeo. And then hide them behind, because you can set a video to only show on your specific domain. And if the only way that they can see that page embedded is to log into your site and get to that page, you are now controlling the access to those videos. So, new version of Joomla social comment and sharing. Someone released. I don't really know that one. Ordasoft. That's a new name in the Facebook world. Sorry, in the Joomla world. WordPress, Drupal, Joomla templates, Joomla extensions. Joomla extensions. Let's see. They're just talking about their social. Social comments and sharing. I'm gonna do a video in the future on setting up comments in your Joomla articles so that when people comment, it actually creates a topic in Kunina form where people can go and discuss, thus creating more content on your site. Joomla's comment and sharing. Let's see. Let's go to the OS comments and sharing. OS comments and sharing in vehicle manager. Not coming up too fast here. We've got these buttons down here at the bottom. Oh, here we go. So this is showing where cars are shared. Car share, where you can find them. That's cool. Worked into there. And I'm guessing it's this sharing on the left-hand side here, which is the extension. So if you're managing vehicles, that's a pretty cool extension there. Eight layouts. Let's see what their layouts are. That'll show us what's working. Oh, or is that just mousing over? Core buttons, the social share buttons, Joomla. Oh, there's a yeah, it is the buttons. Horizontal layout, vertical layout, sharing layout bottom, horizontal default layout at the top, left layout, right layout, social share module. Add this social share button, yeah. Lots there. Although, you know what, for me, for my sites anyways, I'm really leaning towards doing that plugin so people can discuss on the forum, create a profile, discuss on the forum, because I'm not sure how much. I think with social media, in many ways, people, they see your content. It's a great way to share it. But when someone comments on it, I guess I do click sometimes on articles to read them. It's just that if you have a plugin, if you have a comment system on your own site and people are using it, then you own that content. Whereas with Facebook, it can go away. Yeah, I don't know. What else have they got here for extensions? Vehicle Manager, Book Library. Oh, that's nice. OS library. Powerful management options from front end, back end. Oh, that's cool. Real estate template. Oh, extensions, simple membership, mortgage payment calculators. Oh. Let's see the demo for this. I have a client that this might work on their site. The loan amount. All right, 300,000. Down payment of 60,000. Just 20% down. So if you want to do 10, 30,000. Amortization period over 20 years. Interest rate 2.59%. Paying 2 monthly, fortnightly. That's bi-weekly, isn't it? And your maintenance, you pay it off in 20 years. You have to pay $667 every 2 weeks. Let's do something simple. Let's go monthly. Mary likes roots magic for genealogy. Okay, I'll check that out in a sec. Classic payment monthly. Let's say if you have suite to rent out in the bottom, someone's going to pay $500 a month. That you need, your mortgage would be $943. I like that. I am going to check this out here. If I turn off my camera here, down in the bottom right hand corner, I can click this and I can make a task. And I can go and put this in my client, Trinity Mortgage, and website redevelopment list, and I can say mortgage calculator. No, actually, I should put that in a different client here. Let's see. Do I have one set up for him? Oh, he's not in here yet. He will be later today. So I'll just leave that in Trinity Mortgage, in there, and I can create a new task. I create it and then enter the name of the task. Oh yeah, okay, that's what I thought I did here. Let's drag it up to there. Okay. And now it will be there for me to check later on after. I am really enjoying that software. That's partly how I've been catching up and get my head clear too. Okay, next, the Roots Magic for Genealogy. Roots Magic Genealogy. Software to unite families. Wow, man, if you could do that, that software would make a lot of money. All right, so award-winning genealogy software which makes researching, organizing, sharing your family history easy. Whether you're beginning or experienced professional, Roots Magic is a perfect tool for you. Learn about our working with ancestry. Search and share. Last year we announced we're working with Ancestry to integrate ancestry hints and ancestry records and online trees with our software. After months of development feedback, thousands of testers were pleased to announce. Yeah, there's a leaf that shows an ancestry that says that there might be a link. So this is software that works with that. And there's a video, but I don't want to play it because I don't want to have to edit the music out later on. Hey, here's another story. Anyways, that looks, so Mary uses that. Amazing low price of $20. free version of software limits its features. Offer available through July 31st, 2017. Okay. Cool. All right, here's another story I can tell you. About a year ago, maybe not quite a year ago, I called. I wanted to upgrade the alarm system here at our house. The church got broken into many years ago, and we were getting an alarm system for that. So I got one for the house because we had one when we were in Toronto. So I like having an alarm system. Anyways, they had not contacted us, the alarm company, for almost 20 years. Never saying, we have this service, or now we have cameras, surveillance cameras, blah, 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 blah. Nothing. But there's another company, the same company I have my cell phone with, that had security systems. So I thought, okay, I'm going to go with them. So I called up Price's Alarms, and I said, I just want you to know that I'm going to cancel my account because I'm going to get an alarm system with TELUS, which is the phone company, the cell phone company, and my home internet's with them and all that. And the person at Price's Alarm said, oh, no, don't do that, because I've read their paperwork and I've read the lines, and if the equipment is broken, you have to mail it to them, and they're without this, or all kinds of stuff. That would be terrible. And here at Price's, we're dedicated to your security. We want to make sure that you're safe. So I said to them, well, that's hardly rings true when you've never even offered or contacted us for anything, any new service or anything in the last, close to 20 years. And, we don't, that's not part of our business model. So they were actually saying part of their reaching out to customers with new services, new current technology and security, wasn't wasn't in their business model. So anyways, I talked to the person, they sounded about the age of my daughter. And so I said, look, that's, you've got to tell the owners or the people there that this is no way to do business. They're not going to be in business for very long. Anyway, so fast forward to last week, probably Wednesday, I get an email. No, I get a snail mail letter from Price's Alarms. I open it up, and it says that they have sold the company to TELUS. And they are super happy about the deal because this is going to help provide security for their clients. It's a top-notch company. Their customer service is at their heart. Blah blah. Just a whole bunch of propaganda. So here, 9 months earlier, or a year earlier, whatever, Prices is telling me how terrible TELUS is, and now we get this propaganda email about how great they are. And I was just like, I was just so cynical about it. I put the paper aside. I thought, I'm going to make a social media post about this or something, because I just hate people manipulating me for sales and saying this. And anyways, but after a couple days, when I was cleaning up my desk, I realized, you know what? Even if I complain about that, even if I put something on Facebook about it, it's not going to make a difference. It's not going to accomplish anything. I'm just wasting my time, because even if it gets the attention of someone, I mean, they've already sold their company. They're making their money. Hopefully their employees are taken care of and being hired off to TELUS, or who knows. But I just thought, no, you know what? So I took the paper and I put it in a shredder. I put the note in the shredder and forgot about it. So that just kind of popped in my mind looking at the Roots Magic site here about we're working together with Ancestry and Excited. A totally different situation. I'm not saying it's the same thing, but I just thought, oh yeah. You just kind of wonder if, yeah. I mean, there's just some big companies out there. I would not try to come up with a product that competed against Ancestry. What's that? Oh, I think years ago, there's a young guy, I've been looking for a long time for an Excited teenager who wants to do web stuff that I can show and teach, and they'd be into it, and I could get them working on some projects and taking care of some of the stuff that I do. So there's the teenage, he's a son. He was the nephew of a friend of mine, an elderly man. And his nephew was like 15, moved in, and he was on the ball, like moved into into our community with his parents. And so I thought, oh, maybe this guy. So I said, hey, if you ever would like to learn to make web pages, I'd be happy to show you how to do it. Figuring that if he catches the bug, that would be great for me, great for him. So months later, I ended up at a family meal with them for celebrating a birthday for, I think, 80th birthday for his aunt, my friend's wife. And I said, hey, would you like, have you thought about what kind of website you would like to build? Because I'd said, build a website about your hobby or some interest that you have, and then you can can learn that way. And he says, yeah. He says, I'd like to build a site like Facebook. And my heart fell because I thought, this is not the droid I'm looking for. I wasn't looking for a droid, but I just thought, he doesn't get it. Because anyways, he wasn't at the point where had he said, I would like to do a site that focuses on this aspect of my hobby, and I would like to start to do things like that, then we would have had something to work on. But I just thought that maybe, anyways. Hello, Imran. Good to see you today. So it's, yeah. Late like always. Well, that's okay because it's late at night where you are. You're, I think you're something like 2 a.m. or something, right? While I have you guys, here's something else that we can work on or that you can help with. And let me just, in my email here, find the thread. OCH. Go into here. Remember we looked at let's see here. Remember we looked at OCH responsive images a number of weeks ago, and one of the things that my client is hoping to get with OCH responsive images is so that it can be set up to automatically create a pop-up of the full version of an image that it has made responsive images for. So I talked to Ruud van Lent, and let's see, let's see, open, I had, anyways, I've got to find out, maybe that was on Twitter. Anyways, he asked me if I would ask all of you, it's 1 a.m. there for you. He asked me if I'd ask all of you what was a good pop-up. And let me just find a good existing pop-up to use in such a system. Let me just find that here. Here he is here. Let's see. That goes back to March. Anyways, what I thought I would do is I'll put it in the Slack group. Also, I should check the Slack group here because I asked the question in Slack and haven't been in there yet. Oh. Oh, and Mary answered in there too. Yeah. So see, I was thinking like, oh, I got to put this in Slack. And Mary likes that topic. Okay, so what I'll do is, that worked out well. I will put it in the Slack channel again. I just wondered how many of you saw it if it was just in the YouTube subscribers channel instead of me posting it in the general channel. I'm not quite sure how things show up for notifications in there. Maybe that's something I just have to learn the settings. But I'll track down this thing with Rude from OCH to see what he was asking for the pop-ups, and I'll put that in there as well. Maybe I'll mention it next Watch Me Work live stream as well, because I do not have my hands on that right now. But it's probably in a topic of easy for me. No, it's not that one. Somewhere's one I posted a long time ago showing up in here. Who knows? All right. Okay, I also cleaned through a whole bunch of stuff in my own help desk that was left open, and that's I use RS tickets for that. Okay. A few things to catch up on here. All right. Well, I will just have to find where I was chatting with him. Let's see, I'm just reading down the screens here. Oh, interesting. Oh, yeah, DB Kiss. Yeah, I'll have to check. Okay, yeah, I sent Rude a JPA file of a site that for him to experiment getting Community Builder talking with OCH blog, and one of the files on there showed up as a as malware, so I'll have to check that. All right, what's going on here in chat here? I could see you all. Ivor, you can do auto pop-up with modal from Regular Labs. Yes, and you can even delay that modal pop-up for a couple seconds. Yeah, lots of things to customize, an ability to customize there in Regular Labs stuff. All right, everybody. Well, I think that covers it for today. Unless there's something else that you can think of, I will follow up with that. I will follow up with that pop-up request, and yeah, that'll be good. So, take care. I hope things are going well for you today or tomorrow, because Imran, yeah, Imran's already in tomorrow. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. So happy Tuesday to you, Imran. You're welcome, Breadsy. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. Remember, just shoot the video a like if you don't mind. Give it a click. That will help. That will help others to find it. All right, so we'll see you on Wednesday. If I get ACY mailing fixed up and installed, the version 6 running on my site, then I'll be working on a new template for my newsletter. So that's the work that I will be doing because I need to get it done. And I know we've looked a little bit at their new system, but I've not looked in a while. And we'll also, everything set up. I'm also going to have this, hopefully they have this feature. I'm also going to have to set up tags, replaceable tags that fit in the template for when I do my regular mailings and showing the latest ones. So yeah, okay. So everybody, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for spending this time with me and allowing me to spend time with you. Until the next time, Enjoy your Joomla sites, and God bless.